Hello everyone, welcome to Dimension Defenders. Here I'm going to be, let's just start the first wave. Oh, I must buy a dropper. Okay. So, just started playing this game. I went through the tutorial, so I know a little bit. But overall, this is going to be an interesting experience. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be playing it solo, but who cares about whether or not I'm supposed to be solo, right? Okay, so I have that. So I don't have enough for any archers or anything, so I think that just means I begin the first wave. Looks like we're facing slimes to start off. Okay. Those will be pretty easy for us to handle, especially since they don't attack us. Well, they're a little more durable than I was expecting. Now, we earn money, right? For the wave? Gosh, this game desperately needs a sprint, which is probably why they locked it behind a paywall. Well, it's fine. I can handle a couple waves on my own. For now, I'll just beat up the enemies. Hopefully, I kind of wish I was getting money from the enemies I was killing. It's kind of scuffed that I only have the dropper. I'm assuming if you played in a bigger server, you'd share money, right? Oh, wait, there's some more money coming in. I have now 100. Oh, okay, I think I earned a little more money there. I'd love to get an upgrader, but I might want to get an archer or a new sword. Let's see, I can go to the telly, visit the hub, and in the hub, I believe that I can get a new weapon somewhere. I don't remember where it is precisely, but one of these places lets me get a new weapon. This place has lights on, so let me try this. Is this where I get my new weapon? Alright, I haven't played the tutorial in a little bit. I sort of did the tutorial and then finished. It would appear that they might have forgotten to make it clear for someone who doesn't remember the tutorial. Well, this place has lights on. Let's try to see if this is the shop. I'm gonna pause. Okay, I found it. Oh wow, the next tier is 500. Never mind, we aren't buying that. We'll go back over to our base and just do another wave. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up an archer just so we have a bit more of a defense. Hopefully that archer is enough. I'd love to start the wave now, but I'd actually get hurt probably if I'm not close enough. Let's see, I can upgrade you. Let's boost your range a bit. All right, we boosted your range. Now let's boost your damage, your agility, and then let's spend the rest on range. So now look at that. They actually have a pretty big area of effect. And now we can commence the next wave. So starting off right away, we have tons of little slimes coming in. And just like that, we killed their front line. I think our archer will be able to hit them. Yep. They're doing small little ticks of 18. And now our dropper earns us a admittedly negligible bit of money. There we go. And using that, let's actually just crank up their range to max. Then we can raise their damage. Now, what is your range looking like? Well, I actually can't see your range since I have to hover over you to see it. And I can't turn away from you while doing that. It's weird that there's like a big genre now of games where they just force unlock your cam or like not unlock, force you to zoom out. Really weird. Let's see. Okay, admittedly, you aren't actually doing a lot to these enemies. I'll trust the archer to handle that slime. What? Archer? You were supposed to stop the slime. You sort of failed in that basic task. I didn't think that'd be difficult for you, Archer. You deal 27 a hit. I would have thought if you deal 27 a hit, it'd be really easy to stop a single slime. But I guess I was mistaken. Oh boy, they're gonna get through again, aren't they? Is there a penalty for me failing waves? Doesn't look like there is. If there isn't a penalty to me failing waves, then don't I just grab the upgrader instead of buffing my strength? Well, I guess I can still boost them. Probably raise their agility a little bit so they're firing more often, which should hopefully increase their DPS. Oops, didn't have my weapon out. Yeah, hopefully the increased fire rate is what pushes me to the next wave, but it doesn't look like it will. So this feels like a kind of weird simulator type game. Oh, yeah, they got through. But I got money for it, so who cares? Agility up, damage up. Sure, we'll evolve you. Which means now... I'm sure you still have your super high range. Nope, they nerfed it. There we go, next wave. We'll just keep doing this. Honestly, I could just keep doing this while my archer just continuously gets stronger. I'm pretty sure I'll get through the wave now, or at least, well, maybe not. What's your fire rate? Yeah, never mind. That fire rate and range are probably not going to do it. Yeah, they would have needed a higher fire rate to handle all those. But it's fine because now we got upgrades of money. Let's go ahead and increase your range and then your agility. There we go. Now you should be set. Or what if you make money based off of how many enemies you kill? That might actually make sense. Let's see. Well, you have a range of about 1,000, so good chance that you're going to be hitting some of them. Let's see. I can probably take care of the blue ones pretty easily, which will then help enable them to shoot down the others. There we go. But it's too late to stop my archer from getting stronger. Okay, what does instant upgrade mean? No, wait, I don't want... Let's see. Let's go ahead and max out their range. Then we'll increase their attack speed, so now they attack every 1.2 seconds. And while that archer exists as the overpowered being that they are, I feel like we want to upgrade this dropper. Get another upgrade. Oh yeah, did you see that? The killed enemies are going in and powering it, so that's why you make more money as waves go on. Interesting. I don't think they can target the blue ones. Like, did you see that? They were kind of just ignoring the blue ones and letting them all go through. That's odd, but okay. Did we get it down to 1 second? We did. So now that they fire every second, they should be an even bigger menace to these enemies. And of each death, they power our dropper. Yeah, see, they're ignoring the blue ones. Couldn't catch up to it. Alright, well now you have max agility, so you actually attack more than once a second. Let's call the next wave in. Let's not wait. And now your damage is up to 114. meaning you almost one-shot the green ones. I just walk through the crowd and hit them all. That might actually mean we get through the wave. It's going to be close. I hit quite a few of them, so a lot of them are going to get one shot. But not enough, which means we can evolve them again. So what's the evolved form looking like now? 240 damage. Okay, so now they just one-shot all the enemies. Their range is back down, but that's an easy fix. One shot, one kill. All right, I'll contribute again now that we've boosted up our archer. They're probably a bit overpowered now for what we're dealing with. I almost thought they all made it through and I was going to be mad. Okay, so we should be able to get an upgrader soon. For the time being, we'll just have to tolerate having our admittedly really slow archer who just has super high range. Wait, what are you? I think it took multiple shots to kill, which is surprising considering 240 damage, but if they're that powerful, we'll just have to be careful. And that should bring us to the next upgrade. Gosh, they really do like putting a sprint button behind a paywall. This is not a this is like a new thing. I've noticed a lot of games will just lock basic features that everyone should have access to behind a paywall. It's a little annoying if I'm going to be honest. So let's see, another couple archers that I could spawn. I don't really see a reason to have a bunch of archers though, when I could just have one overpowered archer. Now let's raise your agility, let's raise your damage. Yep, those big ones are durable. But now that I'm raising your agility, you can attack just slightly more. Whoops, I didn't realize the blue ones were slipping through. Well, you now attack once every second, so that should be fine. And now more than once a second, 0.9. Oh, if I gave you one damage upgrade, you could pierce through those? Okay. Well, if it just takes one, then there you go. Darn it, the blue ones are so speedy. They're forcing me to make them more and more overpowered. Well, I did just as the game forced me to do. Now 0.8 and 180 range. Yeah, there's no real way for the green ones to resist. It's just the blue ones that are trying to be obnoxious. Unfortunately, okay, you can hit the blue ones only if all the others are dead. So do you get to evolve again? No, you're just maxed out now? Okay, well then I have a reason to get a new archer going. Hello, new archer. Let's just, oh wait, I can hold the button, right? Yeah. Damage to max, then range, a little bit of agility. Here we go. Will the two of you be able to handle this? Let's find out. Certainly our superior archer is already handling the crowd fairly well on their own. Now we have a secondary archer who should be contributing. There we go. Look at that. This new archer helped ensure that we wouldn't die to the wave. And you know what? Let's just grab the other two archers now. Well, now we can get a new type of tower for a exorbitant sum. We will ignore that for now. Well, I spent my money upgrading them, so now we have another wave. So this one has super range, the other one doesn't. That one just has a regular quantity. But now you have max range. And we're going to be raising your range to max 2, then your agility, and yeah, once they turn their shots towards the blue ones, they weren't able to get through. They almost made it. I'll give them that. They almost managed to sneak through. Let's see, yeah, you're fully maxed. That's good. Now let's get your damage up. We won't be evolving you yet, because I think upgrading, unless you need raw damage, is kind of a downgrade. Yeah, there's some probably powerful ones in the crowd, but it doesn't really matter since we can just obliterate them. So now our towers do the work. Oh wow, yeah, they're still coming, but I don't think they can keep up with our firepower. And now we should be safe to level you up, boost your range, then agility, and a little bit of damage. Now with your combined efforts, I don't think anyone can get through. Point 0.8 is way too fast for your average slime. Being able to hit 2 in a second. But we'll raise your damage just to be safe. Here we go. Now we have 2 maxed out archers. You know what? We will evolve you and max out your agility. Let's see. Yeah, there's a very minor difference between their agility, but I think it will count quite a lot. That extra shot every like 10 seconds. Surprisingly, they failed to repel that wave. Maybe they just needed higher damage. Well, we certainly have higher damage now. How strong are these? I didn't get a chance to see, but they must not have been very strong. It's time for you to evolve. Max out that agility, then range, then damage. Wow. Okay. I'm 100% confident that if you were all fully maxed out, it's an easy win. Because look at that, right? 480 per hit. They can't even resist. And now that the crowd's getting around that point, they're going to start to try to push through with sheer numbers. But with every single one of them attacking on a point 0.8, I don't think it's going to work for them. Really, it did. Okay. I stand corrected. That just means we need a new weapon. So what's your range? Massive. And I can raise it further. Yeah, so you basically have infinite range. I don't think you need high damage. We can just focus on getting your agility up now that you have the range to hit pretty much all of them. I think one more tower contributing should do it. We were getting pretty close there, and we have one more resource now. All right, almost maxed out its damage. I think I'll hold off on evolving it, just so I can have it kind of at a more stable level of power. But yeah, it's getting work done. Point 0.8. The only thing it's really superior in is range, though. Everything else is either equal or worse. That's another one active. Now I'm just going to have them up and active. That way they can help prevent us from getting overwhelmed by big crowds. Because the idea is that with their lower range now, if a bunch of blues show up and get ahead, those are the only things they could target. I'm still going to upgrade them when I can, but for now they're going to exist for the sake of existing. Here we go, evolve. First thing I'm going for is range. Perfect, now cooldown. Okay, one more, one more. And now it is a monster at 0.7 seconds. Or at least I thought, but no, it's 0.8. Okay. I must have miscounted. Next wave. So we have the wooden ones and the stone ones. Will they be able to push through? Or will we defeat them with ease? That's the question. Well, now this is getting evolved. And you better have a faster speed now. Still 0.8. Still 0.8, but it is an absolute menace now to enemies. With a massive 800 and the highest range out of everyone, pretty much all the durable ones stand no chance. Is there like a big shadow there, or are they working together to make shadows? That must be their combined shadow. Anyway, they are generating me immense wealth. There. And evolved into more upgrades. This is kind of just an upgrade simulator at this point. Just kind of an upgrade simulator. I think if there was more variety in the gameplay, this could be a bit more enjoyable. But now it's just kind of the game is just upgrading things, waiting until you have money. It doesn't feel like a proper tower defense where you're like planning. I have to say I was kind of hoping this game would have a bit more going on. Let's see. And now it's iron. Still, we'll make a decent amount of progress before we stop. But yeah, as is, we're kind of unstoppable, aren't we? Like, I can't really imagine anything getting through when we have such powerful defenses. Yeah, I think these two ballista on their own are stopping them from going much further than the spawn. Like even the tanks, if you take 800 a hit, you're not moving. All right, well, next wave. Let's keep going. Max out range. In a few waves, we'll get some new buttons, apparently. Looks like they're actually starting to slip closer. They either have way bigger numbers or some super tanks who can actually take hits from the iron ones. Well, the more they resist, the more I'll upgrade my ballista. Maxed out. It looks like their progress has slowed down. It must just be the blue slimes. During the tutorial, there were like dummies, and then when this game started slimes, I was expecting it to have variety in enemies too. Like again, I was somewhat expecting it'd be a game where if the enemies reached the end, you'd have to start over. So you'd have to strategically plan out things. This just isn't that. This isn't that at all. Like I'm glad I have a nice little money farm there. That's cool. And now I'm going to have another ballista all prepped soon. Any second now, in fact. There we go. One more ballista left before they're all maxed out. I think I'm going to get them all maxed out before wave 25. Will that just mean I have a period where I won't have anything? So I'll just rack up money? Here we go. I could always just not evolve it until I have a pile already. But seriously, this gameplay is kind of boring. It reminds me of how Undertale Tower Defense wouldn't have a speed up button. Like, maybe you should give players a speed up button. I know that since there is no penalty for dying, really, you're rewarded for it. That probably would be bad for what you're going for, but I mean, hey, add penalties for people dying. Let's go to the next wave, and I should be safe to evolve you. I think that once I spend all my money, I'll barely have. Yep. So what's the difference here? Double the damage, same range and cooldown. Same cooldown, superior range and damage. Like, look at this. Our towers are just hitting them as they spawn. And once we get this last one evolved, we're going to be set, I think. You just need to max out its range first, then its cooldown. Its damage won't be maxed right away, but there we go. We got the last bit of money. Yeah, no buttons, so there's now absolutely nothing for us to do until wave 25, so I guess I'll skip to that. Okay, so after I just kind of let the waves run for a bit, we now have our new tower. What's your base stats? Low range, super high damage, and we can actually afford to get both of you in one go. I must buy a dropper. Must? Shoot. I might have bought this instead of the... Whoops. Too late now. Anyway, I'm not sure that I'm too inclined to go much further now. Wait, what are they? Oh, wait, are those new enemies? Oh boy, this is also the slowest thing in existence. Sure, let's upgrade the conveyor if it means making them go to the end faster. How much am I making? I'm making nothing. Okay. So, am I seeing new enemies? It's difficult to tell. I'm not seeing slimes, just these new looking ones. Oh, we're getting, I guess, orcs now. That's cool. But it took a really long time to get new ones. So we also have alchemist towers there. That's cool. Except I make money so slowly now because I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to get those. I was supposed to upgrade that. Um, yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. It's a neat game, just not enough really complexity. It really leans into that simulator style, but still a neat game. I hope you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.